Hey, this is your favorite angry old fat broad, Linda Kane from Lionheart Canine, coming to you from the Inferno metropolis known as Baltimore, Maryland. The air quality is such that being outside for any protracted length of time is murderous for both human and animal. So we're bringing this to you indoors. Lucky us. Lucky you. Okay, today, everybody's favorite topic, prong collars. You see in my hand 3 different devices that essentially have 3 different profiles. There are 2 different connectors, and there's another one which is a really unique device that's actually manufactured by Kimberland. Collars, they're located in Washington State, I believe, and we'll be talking about this collar at length. So without further ado, let's get started. When we size them, what we're doing is we're sizing it to make sure that we maximize the fit, because the collar itself, when the leash is attached, the joiners that attach the chain portion to the collar should never meet. The collar rides fairly high, and if I attach it correctly, I don't know if the camera can pick up the back of the dog's neck. Oh, I have it on the wrong link. There we go. Basically, the back, the swivel on the connector and the ring on the opposite end of the collar should not meet. And there's a gap of about 1.5 inches with a spacer in between, so that is a correct fit, right? Now, in these slit-coated dogs, eventually it has a tendency to slide downwards. So what you want to do when you size it is you want to take a link out, sit. Thank you, I know. It's getting hot. I'm just going to remove 1 link, that's it. Very easy to do. The tines are soft enough that even a geezer like myself can bend them. And now we have a more precise fit. Doesn't slide down. It's in the right spot. It should sit high up on the neck, underneath or just above the throat latch, right around the larynx. And when the collar is attached, they should not meet. Good. Thank you, buddy. We have 4 different collars that we're going to be demonstrating today. 3 are manufactured by Kimberland Collars in the Pacific Northwest. They're located in Washington. They do excellent work, and they've actually come up with some pretty innovative ideas that I think that most trainers are going to enjoy. The first collar that we're going to talk about is actually manufactured by Starmark. It is a high-impact plastic collar that comes in small and large. And when we attach it, we'll go into fitting later with this collar, or at another junction. When we apply it to the dog, there's a quick connect bolt snap that links in to a die cast hole and the end link of the collar. When we attach the collar, thank you for sniffing all over my mic. When we attach the collar to the leash, sit. If you see the collar from way back there in camera land, you'll see that the swivel on the quick connect and the other die cast hole and the end link on the other side do not meet. That is the correct fit. This next collar is a Kimberland collar. It's a standard prong collar. I believe the link is 2.5, either 2.8 or 2.5. I believe it's 2.5. It has the same type of quick connect. And you can see the tines have a really long, high profile. So when you place it on the dog's head, or on the dog's neck, I'm sorry, it stands off the neck. When you go to rotate these collars, you don't go towards the collar or towards where the tine is making contact. You revolve it the opposite direction, so that way you're not causing the dog undue stress. There are a couple of collars that have spacers down at the bottom that disables your ability to do that. But if the collar is sized correctly, the exact same result occurs. the ring at the end of either of the last links do not meet, right? This is an excellent collar for dogs that weigh under 80 pounds. This is also an excellent collar to use for dogs who have denser coats. All right, the third collar is an ingenious quick connect. I know that Herm Sprenger came out with these a while ago, and you can place them at any point along the collar by just simply removing the quick connect and putting it higher up wherever you want it to go. The great thing about these is no fuss, no muss. Place it on the dog, and voila, you're done. Right? Now this collar is too big for this dog. Sit. Good. And you can see there's way too much room. And the reason that that's a problem is that when you go to attach the leash to the collar, okay, if it's on correctly, you can see how little latitude there is. It's all the way down to the spacer in the middle. So when the corrective force is activated, it puts all that pressure at the front of the throat. That's not where we want it. We want, the prong collar is designed like a martingale. It actually distributes the weight over a larger surface area, so it's not concentrating all that pressure into one spot. The great thing about the quick release snaps is they're that easy, right? No fumbling, no whatever. The one thing I like about the Kimberland collars that actually stand out from other collars is although the metal is strong, it's not super rigid, and even geriatrics like me, it doesn't take much effort to simply press the collars apart, squeeze the tines together, and place them back in. Whereas other manufacturers, that's really, really rigid steel, and it's hard to bend, and it's very cumbersome if you don't have the finger strength. Let me fix my hair. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Okay, this last device is actually fairly ingenious. I really like this a lot. This is basically a low-profile prong collar. You can see the tines are pressed a little bit more closely to the body of the link itself, and the connector on either side are actually the higher profile to make it easy on and off. Now this collar is ideal for dogs who overreact to the standard prong collar. It's also an excellent device for dogs who have close coats like him. The profile is not as aggressive, and when you place it on a dog, here lad, sit, thank you. And this is actually a fairly tight fit for this dog. Uh-oh, I need to see the back of your head there, buddy. Uh-oh. You still? I'm not getting both links. There we go. It's a fairly tight fit, but if you look at the profile, okay, it has nowhere near the presence that the other prong collars have. It lays much flatter. Here, lad. Sit. There we go. So you can see that it's not as aggressive, right? I mean, aggressive looking. It's not an aggressive collar at all. It's a great device. I really like these a lot. This actually belongs to another dog. You can actually outfit these with any of the quick connects. They're a little bit of a finer link, but for the most part, the quick connects are actually available for these as well.